What up, HSM? Glad that you guys are hanging out with us for a quick minute to go through this message. And I know some people are watching this video that are a little bit older and maybe they don't come to our normal service, so you might not know who I am. My name is Jordan. I'm the high school associate pastor here at HSM, and I'm excited to be sharing a message to you today. And I think it's interesting right now because we are all ordered to stay at home, and I think it's interesting that I can stay at home and still share a message with you. And I think just to start off my message, I think it's interesting that we're getting a lot of rest right now. Maybe you're someone that usually have a whole bunch of activities that you go through, and you have, sports. You have, maybe you're in a theater, or maybe whatever it is with your friends running around, just doing whatever. And right now, we're not allowed to do that, and we are relaxing a little bit more than we are normally used to, and we're getting a lot of rest. And I think it's important because this idea of rest is important because we find this come up in the Bible, specifically in the mouth of Jesus. Like, we find him talk about rest. And that's the passage that we're going to go through today. It's going to be found in Matthew 11. Don't worry, I'm going to have it come up on the screen shortly. And then we're going to walk through. It's Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. And Jesus kind of hits on this idea of rest. And it's obviously going to be a different kind of rest than that you and I are getting at, overload right now. It's going to be a different kind of rest, but I think it's kind of important to go through to hit on some important ideas. So let's get right into the text. Let's read it. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus kind of hits this idea of rest. He says, you're going to find rest. But where do we find that rest? We get it in the text, and it says, he starts it off by saying, come to me. He says, go to Jesus if you want rest for your souls. The rest that you and I are getting on overload right now is the rest for our body. And the rest that we need for our soul isn't going to be the same thing. You're not going to find that kind of rest with hanging out with one of these bad boys, these pillows. And I think after a long day, a pillow could be really inviting to you. After a really long day, you see your pillow and you just crash and fall into it and you're having a good time with it. But the rest that we need for our souls isn't found in a pillow. The rest for our souls is found in Christ. It's in Jesus alone. And I think for you and I, that we, in our world, we can feel kind of restless. What I mean by that is that we can feel overwhelmed, that we can be overthinking everything. That we can have all of our insecurities. We just assume everything's going to go wrong. And in our minds is this like battle land. It's just overdrive. And sometimes that can happen in our souls, if we're honest. Sometimes we're not sure about our relationship with Jesus. Maybe we don't really feel connected to Jesus. Maybe we don't really feel connected to the church. And these bigger kind of issues can kind of wear down our soul. And what Jesus says in this text is he says that when you have this restless kind of feeling in your soul, that you need to find that rest in Christ. And what he means by that is that the rest that we're going to get with him is going to be found in a relationship with him. That our relationship with him is going to give us a peace that surpasses, all understanding. Or it's going to give a peace that it's just going to be a deep kind of peace that's going to last. And I know for me personally, I can attest to this. Like, I've had some stuff happen, and I've shared about some stuff that's happened in the past. Some really bad stuff has happened, but I can feel a peace with God that helps me out so much. Like, I know this peace with Jesus doesn't take away these kind of pain, but he gives this kind of perspective that helps me out. But he also gives me love, and he gives me direction that is so important. And that rest that I find in him is so important. I think it's even interesting if you ever want to do like a word, study in the Bible, that so many things are found in Christ. Like, you just like go in Christ and you look that up in the New Testament if you have some Bible software, or even go in the Google and say in Christ Bible verses. Paul talks so much about things that are found in Christ, so much, because so much about what we need in life is found in him. But it's interesting to me when we find the things that we should find in him, in Jesus, when we find those things in other things other than Jesus. Maybe when you are tired, or maybe you are not feeling super good, maybe you don't go to find rest in Jesus. Maybe you go to find rest in some things that maybe you really shouldn't be doing, that but maybe there's some things that are actually kind of good things that are okay. You know? Like, I don't know, like you can be reading a book. If you're really tired and the first thing you want to do is read a book, that's a good thing, but it shouldn't be like the ultimate thing. And I think sometimes that when we want to find rest, that we go to some good things that aren't really terrible. They're not like drugs or anything crazy, but sometimes we can go to a good thing. It's a good thing. Reading is good. Maybe playing video games is like a cool thing you do or whatever. I don't know. But we need to find our ultimate rest in Jesus. And I think the rest that we find in Jesus is going to be a different kind of rest that we get from anywhere else. So I think right now you're getting a lot of rest, but what kind of rest is it? Are you getting the deeper kind of rest that our soul needs? You know, and I think that the rest that we find should be found in Jesus. So think through. I want you to think through like how you're at this whole idea of finding rest in Jesus. Is this a weird concept for you? Are you good with your relationship with Jesus? Do you come to church for the right motives? You know, how is your soul doing? Is it overwhelmed? I really would encourage you to write these down and think through this. Maybe it's on your phone, on your iPhone, and think through these deeper kind of things. Because again, you've been given so much time right now to kind of pause so many things. But hopefully the thing that doesn't get paused is your relationship with Jesus. So I really encourage you to really think through how you are at getting this rest with Jesus. So that's the video, guys. I hope this was helpful to kind of make you go a little bit deeper into your relationship with Jesus. If you have any questions or if you just want to reach out to us, we're always here for you. Reach out to us. We're definitely reaching out to you. We care for you. We love you. We're here for you. And we have some more videos coming out. Don't worry. Pretty soon we're going to be posting, next couple days, we're going to be posting a schedule on our Instagram to show you kind of our expectations for the next coming weeks of when things are going to get posted on which days. We have some cool ideas coming your way. So be on the lookout for that, guys. And other than that, guys, I hope you have a really good day and have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.